And we are live. What's up, Stu?
Hello, Jim.
Stu, I
Yes.
wasn't able to get my entire workout done today, but I made the attempt and I got about half of it done. And I'm feeling like I have a workout debt. Like
Mm.
I've since I did some of it, I'm good, but I still feel something nagging me. I wonder, is this a phenomenon?
You set me up with a nice little softball toss there, Jim. Um, yes, it is. But here's the deal.
What?
You probably don't really have an open loop that is going through your brain
Yeah.
because you did something. Because your brain doesn't really distinguish getting something started as it does from getting something skipped. Right? It seeks completion. It doesn't seek perfection.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, the reason why I brought this up earlier and you kind of segued into it um, is I wrote this article about exercise debt, but it's really known as the zy, zygarnic
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 effect.
effect. Yes.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
I have.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. The Zygarnik effect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
about 100 years ago, Bluma Zygarnik discovered that uh, m- when you skip a task, whether that is a workout, a to do list, a streak that you've broken, like let's say you've haven't drunk alcohol in 2 years, but then you
Okay.
break that streak, right? It causes this mental juggling of thoughts, of missed actions and failures all day long, right?
Hmm.
And it's a mechanism that just means that when you postpone that to-do list, that chore, the missing workout, they become unresolved issues or an open loop in our brain, which creates friction. And these unresolved issues or unresolved actions become unresolved problems in our brain. And it's really one of the roots of our mental stress that we just give to ourselves.
So in all seriousness, so like if something's bugging you, I'm just making sure we're getting on the same page here because this feeds into something I wrote down that I wanted to talk about. It's weird. We got that psycho link. I
Yeah,
mean that psychic
we're in
link.
sync, man. We're in
Um but like if you have something you've been putting off, you need to get it done and it becomes like this weight, it becomes this thing in the pit of your stomach. And if I've noticed when that happens, you're putting off, and then finally, like, just screw it, and you just go do something towards it. Not even the
Yes.
whole thing, but you just do something.
Yes.
Then
10
that
minutes.
that starts to relieve that pressure and build momentum. Is that what you're talking about?
100%.
Okay.
100%. Because I tell you, these skipped activities are not simply forgotten. And they become the foundation of our intrusive thoughts each day. And it can stem from anything, from an unpaid bill to an unfinished project to a skipped workout first thing in the morning.
And do you think that what's up, Brad? What's up, Dave? What's up, Mary? Um, do you think that those tasks you keep saying unresolved and psycho, I think they get stored physically too.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think I don't think it's just mental. I think it becomes a physical thing, like a physical thing in your body that you're holding this, you
Yes.
know? Would
Yeah,
you agree with that?
absolutely. In fact, uncompleted tasks over a long period of time, um, basically are your becomes a foundation for consistent procrastination on just about everything. You just don't do anything.
And
Like
and
even the
you
thought
freeze
of
up.
doing it, even the thought of doing it becomes overwhelming.
Right. And I think that's because you're focused on the entire task unresolved as opposed to breaking it up.
Yep.
So, like in the past, when I've gotten sick and I haven't worked out for like a week, and then you come back and you know you need to work out, you know you need to work out, you know you need to work out, and you go in the gym and you put on your clothes and you go to the gym and you're like, shit, this is gonna hurt. And you're and so what I found is if I just drop and do a single push up, it's like it breaks the ice.
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
100%. In fact, I have a real quick 3-step solution for you, Jim. Now, I'm going to make this kind of workout related because that's what I do, but you can apply this to any task or intrusive thought that's occurring because you left a to-do list unfinished.
Mm-hmm.
So, easy makeup. The key to overcoming this cycle is to close the open loop in our brain as soon as possible and as easily as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And simply doing something for 10 minutes, 10
Mm-hmm.
minute timer will help you break that loop.
Hundred
Another
percent.
thing you shouldn't do is double up. A lot of people think that, well, if I miss today, I'm going to put it
Crush
in
it.
tomorrow with tomorrow's workout. And that just doubles your open loops of
Yeah.
unresolved tasks the next day.
Good luck, Skippy.
Yeah. And then the other one is be flexible and have a floating day off. So
Okay.
what I like to do is I like to have this floating mobility day or off day even. So if I'm going to work out 5 times a week,
Mm-hmm.
I know there are 2 days in that 7-day week that I'm not working out. I can put those anywhere. So I don't feel guilty if on a Wednesday I'm like, I just don't have it in me today. Well, that's my rest day. Everything
Right.
else gets bumped to the right.
Right.
And I can
That's what
still
I
get my
do.
5 workouts in a 7-day week. I just
Right.
added a rest day on my busiest day of the week if needed. So
Yeah.
floating day off is a way to psychologically get out of it.
Yeah. I do think you need to be careful though with violated expectations though. Like if you expect to not have to work out until 8 o'clock on a Saturday and then your coach texts you at 6 a.m. like, let's get this. And it's like, whoa, 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 Scooter. We don't work out till 8 on Saturday, I thought.
Yeah, well,
Just saying.
yes,
So
I
so
get it.
I'm going to share something with you that I mean obviously I'm not the first person to think of this, but it was something that occurred to me yesterday where we're right in the middle of the write your book challenge, and we're got all new genies, a streamlined process. I mean we're like we're like on the greased slippery slide on this one. I mean this has been the best one ever as far as I'm concerned, as far as people getting results, and just it's we got this thing dialed in. So yesterday, inevitably some people are having trouble keeping up, or they feel like they're behind, and other stuff like that, but they're not. It's like this phrase I keep saying over, I don't know where I heard it, but there's you got all the time in the world but no time to waste. And so I introduced a concept that I think fits with this stuff so massively and coolly that I'd love to get your feedback on it. But I
Okay.
use the example of, writing a chapter in your book. And so once you use the tools and stuff, get the process down, you're able to you're able to plan a book and create a book chapter in about an hour. Okay. So that is where we are. Um, you can do it in about an hour. Now, the problem is for some people, that is still overwhelming, meaning you got an hour to get your book chapter done. Well, okay. And then distractions and other stuff come in, and the phone rings because you forgot to turn it off, or your spouse comes in and is a pleasant distraction, or Parker needs to go outside. Okay. And then it'd be fun to throw the ball. So here's the thing, if you break this down into, and I called it micro deadlines. where let's say, you break down this writing the chapter, you're going to plan the chapter, you're going to dictate your talking points, you're going to create the chapter with the chapter genie, and then you're going to go through my Jim Edwards edit, polish, pass process. Okay. So now plan it. Let's say that takes 15 minutes. And then dictating out your talking points, let's say that takes 10 minutes. And then creating the chapter and getting that dialed in, let's say that takes 10 minutes. And then let's say the polish pass and all that takes about 20 minutes. And then putting it into your manuscript and taking a little polish pass at it is 5 minutes. Now, does that add up to 60 minutes? I don't even know. 15, 25, 35, 55. Yep, 60 minutes.
Nice.
So now here's the thing. All of these, hey Siri, set a 15-minute timer for planning out my chapter.
15-minute planning out my chapter timer, starting now.
So now I'm under the clock. Okay.
Love it.
So I've got this thing here timing me.
Love it.
And because the timer's going, for some reason, viscerally, it focuses me in. And then if my mind or my whatever wanders, the phone goes off, my beautiful wife comes in, one of my four yappy little dogs, whatever, it's like, okay, give me 14 minutes and then we'll take care of this. Do you see what I'm saying? And this act of doing this, I was able to get 6 chapters done in a single day, and then I got 4 more chapters done in a single day with everything else that was going on without it taking all day. I should rephrase that. I was able to get 6 chapters done and still had plenty of day left to hang out over the weekend. Same thing with the 4. Okay. But
Nice.
I don't know what it is, Stu, but the combination of divvying it up into these bite-sized pieces and then using the timer not for the whole thing, but for the individual pieces. It just occurred to me to try that when I was using this for plank pose, where apparently when you do a 1-minute plank pose, that feels like 10 minutes.
Yep.
Um,
It's a
let
time
alone,
machine.
yeah. So anyway, this one little distinction of, hey Siri, and then name, no, don't. Thanks, Siri. I'll talk to you in a minute. I was like, I said, hey Siri, and she's like, uh-huh. Um,
Okay.
okay, stop. Okay, so my point is not just having the timer, but naming the timer.
Mm,
Does that make sense? It's not just set a 15-minute timer. It's set a 15-minute timer for planning my book chapter. It just something psychological that's going on there. And then with
I would
what
agree.
with what you're talking about here, completion versus perfection, okay, done versus skipping, open loop, unresolved. It's narrowing it down even more. So you create a streak, you're focused on completion, you're getting stuff done instead of skipping steps, and it's continuously opening and closing a loop in order to drive that momentum. Does that
I
make
love it.
sense?
Love it. Yep.
And so this honestly, this is the first thing where I've done all these little minute pieces, but I'm gonna start implementing this with other stuff. But what you also notice is that if you use the example of the workout, how do you feel once you've done the workout the way you're supposed to do it and you got it completed and all that stuff?
Great. Like it is done.
Right.
Feeling
And
good.
then how does that carry on the rest of the day?
Momentum to get more stuff done. especially in the next 5-6 hours. I would say my momentum goes really well until just after lunch.
Right.
Then I got to shift gears. I got to do something else.
Right. Yeah. 100%. And that's kind of the way it goes for me. So I'm my creativity stuff in the afternoon ain't there,
Mm.
but my ability to teach and present and to do other things like that is good. So yeah, knowing your kind of biorhythm and other stuff like that. When's your most creative time of the day?
Um, I would say probably between 8 and 10 a.m.
Okay.
Like before I met you for this podcast, I had finished an article and um, working on my next never quit mindset video.
Okay. And then typically what do you do in the afternoon when you say you got to shift gears? What do you
It
shift gears to?
turns more into administrative stuff, like the business itself, making sure my keywords are right on videos. It's nothing that's really creative. It is more mechanical.
What time do you usually quit for the day?
I kind of bounce around a little bit. I usually take about an hour break at lunch, and sometimes I will go back to work, and sometimes I will not. It really kind of depends. But if I don't go immediately back, usually after dinner, I got a couple of hours that I like to play catch up with, and just get the day ready for tomorrow or close out any loops that are created that day.
Do you ever do you count the time that you sit thinking or planning or ruminating? Well, let me rephrase this. Do you ever have like set time that you sit and think or ruminate on business, books, your stuff? Do you have set time for that, or do you ever find
Um,
yourself doing that?
yeah, usually for me it's car rides.
Hmm.
Like my brain starts focusing on like what's new, like
Hmm.
what can I come up with that's new,
Hmm.
versus spinning about what's undone. When I have some quiet time, I try to focus on what's the next thing around the corner, or 5 years from now. Where do I need to be 5 years from now?
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I have those times. I don't have it like particularly set in a day. They usually just happen when I feel like I'm done for the day
Right.
and can just sit and think about something else.
So you give yourself permission that you've done what you needed to do today
Yes.
and you feel the day is complete.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting because I kind of do the same thing from the standpoint of, but I mine's kind of reversed. So my kind of visualization, thinking and that kind of stuff usually happens first thing. And then in the afternoon, I reach a certain point where I say, okay, I've done what I need to do today, and I gotta mentally clock out, if that makes sense. Like it's, in other words, it's like a giant avoidance of the Zygarnik effect, if I'm saying it right, that I don't quit until I know I've got everything done. And sometimes I would quit without everything done, and then I have to run back over here and
Yep.
write an email for,
Yep.
because I forgot to write an email for
I do
somebody
that
or
as
or
well. Yep.
something like that. But by visualizing that, that has actually, especially over the last few weeks, has gotten better. Like I'm anticipating that stuff because I learned from that stuff being undone or that kind of thing, and I'm doing better now of having those emails done well in advance, well, relatively speaking, when I say well in advance, several hours before they're needed, as opposed to, 5 minutes before they're needed.
Right. Right.
But I think you can also learn from this stuff. This starts planting a seed of planning, if that makes sense. It's and execution. And by paying attention to this instead of just letting it happen in perpetuity, you can learn from it. It helps you to actually anticipate stuff,
Yeah.
So like yesterday, in all seriousness, I mean, you say, I'll plan out what I'm going to do tomorrow. So you know what you're doing tomorrow. You know what's on
Yep.
tap. You know the stuff you got to do.
On
You
my
you
list.
know
On
right.
my list.
And you got yours. I do mine a little bit differently, but I mean I've got it, and I found that by using a Sharpie,
Oh yeah.
it forces me to write bigger,
Huh.
so that I don't feel. You can feel really overwhelmed by your to-do list if you have a pen and you write really, really small. But
Interesting.
by doing this and doing it this way, this works better for me now.
I like it.
But I knew yesterday, based on what I had to do today, that when I worked out this morning, I was going to have to truncate it a little bit. And I think that you end up, your mind doesn't know the difference between yesterday, today, and tomorrow. All it knows is what you're projecting onto the mental screen of how things are going or
Hmm.
gonna go. And it can't draw the distinction between how you think things are going to go and things happening in the present or in the past. So I've really stopped drawing a distinction between, well, I'm working right now as opposed to I'm not working right now. And is this valuable what I'm doing right now? And really just focusing on outcomes and effective use of time in the here and now. And this might sound like word salad. If it does, I'm sorry, but this is something I'm actively thinking about right now, of maximizing every minute,
Hmm.
but not in a way that makes me feel exhausted, but makes me feel like I'm in the flow of my life at all times, instead of turning on and turning off like I have in the past. And I'm feeling less exhausted. I'm feeling like I need less sleep,
Hmm. Nice.
because I don't feel like it's periods of fighting and resting. It just feels like I'm trying to get to the point of feeling continuous flow. Now,
I
this is
like it.
not what I was thinking we were going to talk about today, but I just,
Yeah. Something you just said too about maximizing your time.
uh-huh,
There's another element to that I try to do is optimizing my time. Right.
uh-huh,
I know it's a play of words, but I can be creative just about any part of the day. I just
right,
know I am most creative in the morning. And I know that I can get things done that would be considered manual labor
right,
in the afternoons.
100%. I'm the same
Eh,
way.
yeah.
I'm the same way. But by being conscious of that, then you can consciously and strategically plan to use that time to your best advantage. So I know that in 20 minutes, I can put together a presentation that rocks if I do it in the morning. But if I try and do it in the afternoon, I mean, I'm just going to sit there for a couple hours beating my head against the screen, and ultimately I'll say, you know what? I need to just do this in the morning when I'm fresh. And that, again, that kicks in, though, that unresolved open loop. I believe that when you do that, when you know what's coming, and you kind of have, what do they say in the military, up and out as opposed to down and in. If you're looking up and out what's coming, that'll automatically create some open loops that'll let you do some mental crock pot cooking,
Hmm. Yeah, I like
you
that.
know.
Hey, what's something we can do, Jim? Unless you have other plans for
I
the
have
rest
other
of.
plans, but your plans might be better. So what's on your mind?
Well, something I just, I always like. to do walkthroughs,
Uh-huh.
Genie walkthroughs, just to show the peeps how cool
Uh-huh.
they are. They've never seen them.
Yeah.
What we just discussed,
Uh-huh.
we should take it through a presentation, Genie.
Okay. All right.
Just something real quick and rehash what we discussed. Maybe streamline it a little bit and see what the presentation Genie pops out.
Okay.
Or we can do a chapter in a book.
Now let's do
Your choice.
presentation thing. Let's do
Yeah.
presentation thing. Okay. So let me share my screen. So what you're saying is we're going to create a presentation on what we just talked about.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm on the dashboard. We'll go to presentations and we can do we got a couple things. We could do the curriculum course outline, Genie, but I don't think we need to do that.
Yeah.
Because I think we can do it. And so we want to create the actual presentation to go with it. So we'll do the presentation constructor Super Genie, and we'll come down here to the easy button. And I'm just gonna rattle off the stuff that we're gonna talk about. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I wish I could just dump in the transcript of what we already talked about. So I'll do my best, and then you help me fill in the blanks. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to dictate into the easy button. So I'm Jim Edwards, and my partner Stu Smith and I are going to do a presentation about how to adopt a mindset of being able to get important stuff done. Some of the ideas that we want to get across is that you have all the time in the world, but no time to waste. We're going to talk about the Zygarnik effect and its impact on open loops and unresolved issues that can actually create mental and physical friction in your life that can become debilitating if you let it. We're going to talk about creating micro deadlines and utilizing a tool that everybody has at their disposal to create unstoppable momentum and start knocking things off of your to-do list like crazy. We're going to address specifically completion versus perfection and why completion is always better. What else would we want to talk about?
Let's see. How about this? How about I just use the introductory paragraph of my article?
Can you send that to me? Email me that real quick and I'll drop that in.
Okay.
All right. So what Stu's going to do is when at the beginning he read the introductory paragraph of his article. While he's doing that, I'm going to look up Zygarnik effect. How do
In
you
fact,
spell Zygarnik effect?
I'll put the introductory and the concluding article, or you know what, the how to stop loops.
Okay, just send
How
me
to
whatever
stop the
you.
loops. Yeah, I'm going
Okay,
to send it
just
to you
send me.
right now. Here we go.
Okay.
I would say this is the meat and potatoes of my article.
All right. And I'm smarter now because I know how to spell Zygarnik effect.
There you go.
All right. All right, here we go. Okay. So the whole thing that you sent me?
Yeah, put that whole thing in
Okay.
there. See what happens.
Okay. So I'm just going to drop that in. We're being messy now. I'll make it spell your name. And then we won't worry about the other thing. Okay, so now I think we're probably going to have about 6 slides that this will make as far as teaching. All All right,
Okay.
that's my gut tells me. So we got to come down here and we got to whack the add another because this is basically slides. So we're going to whack this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it's looking to fill in 6 things that we want to create a presentation. Um, Now we're going to do a couple other things real quick. I'm a best-selling author and multi-million-dollar copywriter. Former Navy SEAL and best-selling fitness author and mindset coach. All right, cool. So now I'm going to save this because I don't want to lose it. Jim and Stu teaching mindset and micro deadlines. All right. So now I'm going to hit the easy button and it's going to fill in all this stuff. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so it's thinking, but you're like, why is it taking so long? I don't know. You go type, you can race it. Okay, you start typing in, and we'll see if you can beat the easy. But oh, look, okay. Um, Current avatar, it says fitness and wellness enthusiasts. Anyone who wants a better mental outlook or to accomplish more in their life. There we go. Actually, I'm just going to take this person. All right. So presentation, create unstoppable momentum, choosing the loops in your mind. Oh, damn, dude. Closing the loops in your mind and life. That's a really good title.
I like it.
We're going to save this. I'm going to take credit for that. So Jim Elwer, Stu Smith, best-selling author, former was understanding impact of open loops, establish micro deadlines. Dude, I'm just gonna hit build.
Deal.
So
I love it. I love it.
okay, we'll do medium length on the presentation or on the emails and stuff. So here's our presentation. I'm gonna pop out our slide deck. This reminds me of when we had the DIY Media Marketing Academy, dude. We'd just be
Yeah.
like, hey, this is what we're going to teach. So creating
Yep.
unstoppable momentum, closing the loops in your mind and life. I really like that.
That's cool.
Purpose, equip attendees with strategy, overcome procrastination, make consistent progress in their personal and fitness goals. Best on There you go. Well, understand the impact of open loops, establishing micro deadlines, the difference between completion and perfection, creating a flexible fitness schedule to maintain consistency, strategies to close open loops, reduce mental friction, implementing quick wins to build. Dude, we need to do this.
I like it.
Um, Dude, this is good.
I figured it would be.
Um, And I think what kicked it over the top was you throwing in that article. I mean, this my mind's blowing up right now with this is the next genie hacking as far as taking an article and turning an article into a presentation. I've never thought to drop an article into the easy button to
Oh
have it
yeah.
plan out a presentation. Have you done that before?
I have. Yeah, it works really
Oh
well.
crap,
I
dude, you
start my live Q&As with that almost every week.
oh my God. Dude, this is great. We're doing this. I'm gonna save no for real. Y'all just hang on because I gotta save this. I got my little this is when you're big in my life when you have your own folder on my hard drive. Open loops presentation outline with Stu. I spelled it wrong. It don't matter. I know what it means. Dude, this is good. I mean, I don't know what y'all think in the comments. For real, man. This is good. We got to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I've discovered, as I've been researching the whole, never quit mindset,
Uh-huh.
is that it's great to have a never quit mindset, but if you never get started,
Right.
what's the use?
Right. Yeah.
Right? So getting started is just as
Right.
important as never quitting,
Right.
even more
100%.
so.
Dude, unleash your hidden potential. Now, okay, in case you didn't know, I'm creating the landing page copy for this now. Unleash your hidden potential, create unstoppable momentum, close the loops in your mind and life. Join Jim and Stu Monday, March 20th. Man, you got to wait a while till we do
Yeah.
this, I guess. Um, unlock your productivity, micro deadlines for completion over perfection, flexible fitness strategies, actionable quick wins. You know, we could do this presentation and then pitch that mindset thing we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Meet your mentor,
Yes.
get your promo emails, get your reminder emails, get your replay emails, get your social media ads, get your tweets, get your workbook. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, this is really good. I need to generate, I mean, I need to output this stuff. But isn't that we just made a cool discovery
Yes.
of well, I made a cool discovery of I'm saving this right now, but a cool discovery about taking an article and creating a presentation from. I've never thought to do that. And I'm telling you, dude, I'm you just created a beast because well, I mean, if you think about it, a presentation, you don't necessarily have to do a 60-minute presentation. I mean,
Yeah.
you could do that to do like a 5-minute presentation, like a how long? And I should know this. So anyway, that was pretty amazing. You just saw you just got a feel for a genie hacking episode. Those of you
Yes.
that are already members, if you think that's cool, I do too. And if you're not a member, you should be. And I lost my okay. Well, anyway, how long? What's the longest that a reel can be? Is it 3 minutes? I mean, I know they changed the
um,
like a
no,
YouTube
I
short
put reels
can.
up there of a whole hour. I mean,
Maybe I'm thinking of a YouTube short. C Ray would
YouTube
know what
Shorts about, I think it is 2 to 3 minutes now.
the max YouTube
Yeah.
short. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, that putting together, using that to put something together, pit, to be able to do a little micro presentation on something interesting. Me needs to think.
Yeah. It's just a great way to organize your content, and make it's just repurposing content and making it a little bit better.
So we're gonna do something again real quick, just because I want to. Um, Today's article came out, just got sent out while we were doing this. The title of it is "The Power of a Seasonal Promo, Even If You Have to Make One Up." And the subject line was "Want More Sales? Invent Your Own Christmas," which I thought was a great subject line. We're gonna come over. I just want to do this again real quick because it was so much fun.
And I only put in 2 paragraphs of that
Right.
article. I didn't even do the whole article.
Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop in. It's already got my name in there. Uh, I'm just literally dropping in the article. Okay.
Okay.
Take out the emoji, but we'll hit the easy button. Crap.
What
I
happened?
didn't. Well, I didn't go
Oh.
down here and hit add. Let's see if it'll do it, even if
Well, I
I did that
noticed you
after
had
I hit the
5
easy button.
slides hit, but I think we had about 10 slides that popped up. So
Well,
it
that's
made
because
more
it fills
slides.
in. It fills in other stuff. Okay, I didn't hit the thing soon enough, so I'm gonna whack this again because yes, because it makes other slides like next steps and
Yeah.
other stuff like
Yeah.
that. So what I did was before I hit the easy button, I didn't say, hey, basically make me 5 slides.
Right.
So it only filled in the one, and I couldn't go hit the button fast enough.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
I did it again. So now it's saying
Ah, now it's
under
in there.
understanding psychology behind seasonal promos, creating compelling promotions without discounts, learn how to craft enticing offers, discover importance of urgency, identifying opportunities. Um, Screw it. Let's see. Style, do BuzzFeed. Second. I want to see what it came up with as far as the presentation. All right. The power of a seasonal promo, even if you have to make one up. Even if create the sale, drive sales, increase customer engagement. Wow. Understand the psychology behind them, creating compelling promos without discounts, learn how to craft enticing offers, seasonal promotion, use compelling offers, value addition, customers appreciate. This is based on your unique business models. Discounts can you, dude? Success in season lives infected. Dude, this is good. Urgency. That one's okay, but that's okay. I mean, wow. Wow. Okay. It's kind of like when you were a kid. Remember when you would go, your mom would be like, clean your room. And you're like, oh crap, I forgot I had this toy. Do you ever had that one? Like, there
Yeah.
you go. Or like I've lost 20 some odd pounds in the last 2 months. And so now I'm looking forward to go shopping in my own closet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
There you go.
I'm excited because I just figured out, with Stu's help, of course, how to. This is big. This is big because it was doing. I mean, it's. I mean, yeah, I've done a lot to that to make it work better, but I never thought to take an article and stick it in there and have it do that. I'm excited
Mm.
because you think about. Well, I mean, think about it, dude. Taking that the 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 approach of consistency and congruency and all that stuff, write you a really good article, okay, and get the article nailed, and then you could take that article and dial in a presentation. I bet you could take that article and put it into the Facebook post, Instagram post, all the other ones that we have to turn that into a really cool thing. You could take that article and post it into the 60-second short genie. I'm seeing now. It's kind of like, sort of, you could also do it with the curriculum genie and that.
Yeah.
But if you take that one really good article, becomes the framework for everything. And if you go back and look at successful articles that you've done in
Hmm.
the past, then you pluck that puppy out. You could even throw that original article into the rewrite genie to update it
Nice.
and then start the whole process. I mean, this is cool. Hey, if you're not a member of CopyandContent.AI, you're missing the boat. Because sure, maybe you could do this with ChatGPT at some point next year, figuring it all out, or you can just jump on with us and all the fine folks you see in the comments who are getting amazing results from copying content, just like Stu Smith.
And you know what, Jim? If you don't have an article, guess what?
It'll help you write
There,
one.
there's a genie for that.
There's multiple genies for that. Vicky said we could do this with individual book chapters. Yes, you could, Vicky. You absolutely could. And
I have
and
turned articles into chapters in books many times.
yeah, well, what
In
Vicky's
fact,
going through the
this was one.
there you go.
Many
But
times.
Vicky's going through the Write Your Book Challenge right now, and we've been writing chapters. I believe you could take a chapter and throw it in the easy button and have it create a presentation from the chapter.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And you know what, Stu? We got
Do you,
to, you want
do
to,
you have time?
I got time.
But
I got
Jim, we only have 15 minutes.
Stu, I think we'll try it. Um, I'm gonna grab a title from my book, okay? Let's see, chapter 8, transforming pages into profits, the training program payoff. So I'm gonna grab the whole chapter. It's pretty long. It might be too long. I've never really tested the easy button, but we'll on with this much stuff. But let's see. Okay, so I saved this. Whoop, this is I'm not. Well, Jim article on holidays. Okay, so now we're gonna click new project, and I'm gonna dump this whole chapter in there. I mean, and it's a big one, buddy. Boy, howdy, it's big. Okay. So I'm gonna hit the easy button, and it may give me an error. It may say no easy there, cowboy. Oh, dude, I messed up. I didn't
Pages.
come down there and hit
That's all
that.
right.
That's okay. And
It's an easy fix, Jim.
let's see if it'll do it. Whoa. Oh, you're gonna have to wait till October for that one. Coaches, this, that, turning pages into profits, a training program and purchase. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. 3, 4. So we'll just go with 5, okay? So that chapter I don't know how many words that chapter is, but it's a lot. I'll figure it out real quick. So, that's 1,430 words total that I dropped into that easy button.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a big article.
Well, it's a book chapter.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry.
You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna put the thing out. Style in my sales copy, BuzzFeed. Vicky just helped me figure out a bonus thing we're gonna teach people. So let's get our presentation. We'll take a quick peek at that. While we're taking a peek at that, I'll have it start writing our landing page copy. But okay, transforming pages into profits, the training program payoff. So convert your books into high value training programs that generate significant income. Jamie Smith, what? Repackaging content, increase accessibility. Live teaching creates market validation. Effective pricing aligns. Repeated live workshops enhance community foster. Faster to align this. Okay. Compact modules, quick wins. Yeah. And you know what I would do is I had a framework in here. I had an 8-step quick start. So I would just incorporate the 8-step quick start into a slide, and I could teach on this for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's good stuff. Dang, dude. That's amazing. I'm excited. So the process there, I just want to capture this so that I don't lose it. Obviously we'll have this podcast transcribed But the process is basically take an article, book chapter, etc., feed to the presentation creator Genie slide count.
Yeah, don't forget the slide count.
Yeah. And then create paid free teaching module. So that really is the easy button for turning your book chapter into a home study course, or your book into a home study course. I mean, that is the easy button for doing it,
Yeah.
because you could do that with every chapter in your book and turn that into a presentation, and that's how you turn it into a multi-$100 course. Wow. Oh, dude, that's amazing. Brad says, Jim, you just demoed how to turn your book into a training program, one chapter at a time. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I like it. Okay, and just one last thing. Let's look at the sales copy, see if it's any good. Unlock your book's hidden earning potential, transforming pages into profits, the training program payoff. Discover the secret blueprint to turn your book into a high-value training program. Are you leaving money on the table? Imagine transforming your hard-earned knowledge and expertise into a profitable training program that not only boosts your income, but also builds a loyal community of followers. I don't know who the hell Jamie Smith is, but okay. Join the revolution. And we're going back in time for this one too, Stu. We're going back to 2023.
Okay.
Uncover how to turn your ideas into income, simplify and amplify, real-time feedback goldmine, price with purpose, build a thriving community, ready to dive in. Dude, this is good stuff.
I
That's
like it.
good stuff, man. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's good stuff. I got nothing else. You started it out, Stu. You wrap it up. Tell the folks what they should do and what they should think.
Well, I will tell you this, Jim. I don't have any Zygarnik effect anymore. I'm all fired up.
There is no task left undone.
I am ready to go.
Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. So if people want to break out of their little rut in their physical life and or their mental life or their workout life, what should they do, Stu?
Well, go to StuSmithFitness.com. We'll help you figure that out and close those loops for you, and might even teach you how to do a never quit mindset while we're at
And
it.
if you're really serious, you need to pick up Stu's new bundle offer, where you can spend an hour with Stu and develop a customized plan, as well as receive, if you live in the United States, a signed copy of his book, The Never Quit Mindset, and access to his multi-part course. This is how you'll be able to unlock your own hidden potential faster than you ever dreamed possible, with the help of a former Navy SEAL who has the highest success rate of any trainer in the United States in getting people to, through, and after special operations selection. StuSmithFitness.com. Dude, I should be your hype man.
You are. You're great. You're great.
Cool. And if you want access to the cool tools that we just demoed, which is a tiny fraction of what's available, you need to be a member of CopyandContent.AI. And if you're already a member of CopyandContent.AI, jump over there and use the tools. They're just waiting for you. They're lonely for you. They want you to be successful. So I think today was one of the best ones we've ever done, Stu.
I like today. Today was great.
All right.
I'm glad we took all that time to practice what we were going to talk about.
100%. This is where prep comes in handy. So we appreciate y'all. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.